Yo, what up? It's Aaron Moses. Gang, I got a little gas, man. This video is called A Mass Hira. Realizes that he's been caught years later. I really want to see what's up with this. Maybe.
Hey, are you Ross? I'm Tyler Duncan. I'm with Anderson County Sheriff's Office. This is Steve.
How you doing?
This is Ross Velarde, and for the last 8 years, he and his wife Amy have been living with a terrifying secret that these detectives are about to expose.
I got assigned the case about the homicide that happened in Pendleton in 2015. We'd like to talk to you.
Amy's
That's
parents, Mike and Kathy, as well as Amy's grandmothers, Barbara and Violet, were brutally murdered inside their own home in 2015, leaving police with the grueling task of solving a quadruple homicide.
As family members, we want answers.
But unbeknownst to everyone, Ross and Amy were the killers all along.
damn.
We're not here because we think
Quadruple means 4.
you did it or you might have did it. We know you did it. It's piling up, Ross. You don't want to roll the dice on this.
Is this real?
I'm telling you.
On November 1st, 2015, Mike and Kathy Scott, alongside their mothers, Barbara and Violet, were found brutally murdered in their trailer home. Everyone was found with similar injuries, a slashed throat and a gunshot wound to the head made after they died. They were also found with knife wounds on their hands, indicating that each victim had tried to fight back before being killed. There were even bloody handprints on the doors and walls, showing that someone had even tried to escape after they'd been stabbed. The terrifying scene inside the trailer home would go completely unnoticed for the entire day, until, according to Amy, she went to check up on her parents and found them lying dead inside their home. And at around 12:30 that day, Amy decided to call 911.
That's dumb. On Halloween.
911, what's location of emergency?
Basic bitch.
Oh my god, I need somebody out here. What's going on?
That doesn't sound real at all. Look, when people do, they said a slashed throat and a gunshot wound to the head. People don't, that's not typical unless it's personal. If somebody were to try to commit a robbery, that would be one thing. Or if they're just sick psychos, that's another thing. But, nah, that's not normal.
Oh god, there's 4 people in my mama's house. Who are these people that are in the house? It's my mom and my grandma.
There's 4 people. You don't say there's 4 people. That's not how you would report that. You would say, my family, or
My Jenny and my stepdad.
When Anderson County Police arrived on the scene, they said it was one of the bloodiest scenes they'd ever been to. But something was off. Detectives noted no signs of forced entry and thought it couldn't have been a robbery as there were multiple valuable items left in plain sight inside the home. This made 2 things clear to detectives. Whoever was responsible was allowed inside the home before the acts, and that they only had one thing on their mind: murder. It seemed like this case had to have been committed by
a non-white. This guy is he's from the Middle East. Or he's not.
someone close to Mike and Kathy, but with insufficient evidence, the case slowly went cold, allowing Amy and Ross to get back on the streets and live their normal lives again for years to come. But police always had their suspicions about this case and were never comfortable letting it stagnate. Amy's Facebook page showed that she constantly
I'm so tired of Kathy and Mike's constant disrespect towards me and my children. They're always trying to control everything, and it's exhausting. They're narcissistic, emotionally like that, and they have no regard for anyone's feelings. How could people be so selfish and cruel? I just want to protect my kids from their toxic behavior. It's so heartbreaking to see the impact that they have on my children. Somebody please Oh, someone please tell me I'm not alone in this.
Had fights with Kathy and Mike over her children, often calling them narcissistic, emotionally abusive, and disrespectful. What's most disturbing was a video of Ross and Kathy's fighting found on Amy's page, where Ross says something that would come back to haunt him forever.
What did he say?
Why don't you have Grandma come out here real quick?
I don't think your grandma wants to deal with this trash.
Yeah, I'll show you stuff.
Yep, see ya. Okay.
In addition to this eerie statement from Ross, police found something that seems damning. They discovered a photo Mike had sent to a coworker just 2 days before his death, a couple of $100 bills. And inside Amy and Ross's trailer was a neatly organized stack of $100 bills, exactly the same serial numbers as Mike's.
Damn, stupid ass. Dumbass. This nigga's stupid. That nigga's dumb.
At the time, this was all treated as circumstantial, but slowly more coincidences would begin to line up that gave police enough reason to suspect Amy and Ross as potential killers. So, in 2023, they reopened the case, nearly a decade after the events that put an end to nearly an entire family. Detectives started by launching a series of interviews with Mike and Kathy's closest peers to try and get a better picture of Amy and Ross, and see if they might have been responsible after all. They begin with Mike and Kathy's neighbor, to learn about Amy's relationship with her mom, and if he saw anything the day of the incident.
With the daughter, got angry with her, and kept the children from Kathy.
So tell us about that.
It seemed that they really tried to help Amy a lot. And Mike and Kathy, they really took care of the kids. And it broke Kathy and Mike's heart. She just really missed the kids, and the two older ladies that lived there, they were used to the kids coming in and out.
You think Kathy was afraid at all of Amy and Ross?
No, she never expressed that. But it was always the talk of the area that Mike would go to flea markets and he would get some kind of video games that he collected. There was a good resale market for them, and that he would buy any old jewelry that had some gold in it. It was always a rumor that he kept a lot of cash and gold stuff around.
Not only did Mike collect jewelry and other rare memorabilia, but it was well known in the community that Mike always had a large sum of cash with him, because he feared putting money into the banking system. This made Mike a large target, especially amongst those who knew him well.
I think you got one sick puppy to go in there and kill two helpless old women. The thoughts that somebody came in and killed those people, I still have nightmares about that.
This tells detectives that the murder could have been done for financial reasons, especially since this fact wasn't a secret at all. Couple this with the fact that Mike's money was currently sitting safely inside Ross and Amy's safe at home. A picture is starting to form of what might have actually happened that night. But still, nothing is certain at all, and police next
These are dumb individuals, bro. Why would you not? That was just dirty, bro. See, people shouldn't. Don't commit crimes if you don't have a criminal mind.
to Roxy
Don't commit crimes at all.
Voorhees, an ex-employee of Amy and Ross's, who worked at their pet grooming business during the months leading up to the crime. Roxy had spoken to Amy almost every day for months before the incident, so if anyone had some information to give, it'd be her.
This nigga was
And they were exactly right.
My bad. This nigga was a hater from the beginning, bro. They had a pet grooming business, bro. This doesn't make any sense, bro. It makes sense, but I'm just saying emotionally, like as a real nigga, this doesn't make sense.
They found was so sinister, it blew the case wide open.
Ross had made a joke and said, do you want me to It was a joke at the time.
Right.
Then later I was like, holy I'm glad I didn't say yeah.
It's Amy, right? What was your job there?
A bather. And I was learning in the process of grooming.
When you worked for the shop, you said they were just getting started, so they weren't very successful yet.
They appeared that they were fine.
Okay.
But then I would hear arguments of them, and a lot of it was money related. When I started working for her, I seen Kathy and Mike at the grooming shop. I was in the back grooming, so I didn't hear everything that was going on, but it was something to do with money.
Okay.
Throughout working there, she'd always tell me about how she was treated growing up and all of that.
What kind of stuff would she say about how she was treated?
She told me that she was always a daddy's girl And she said her dad he was working on a car and it crushed him and he was placed in the hospital.
Mm-hmm.
And her mom decided to pull the plug. She always hated her mom for that.
Detectives learned that their grooming business wasn't as successful as they claimed it was. Based on bank records collected by police, Amy and Ross's proven income in 2013 was $25,622. However, in 2014, Ross spent $14,200 on a Ram truck, $5,700 on a Mustang, $10,000 on a Harley FXE, and another $5,000 on a Harley XL. Close to $35,000 on luxury purchases, but an income of just $25,000. With these poor financial decisions, the couple needed money, and they needed it badly. In 2014, their business fell short, making just over $3,000 for the entire year.
Just over 3.
Things were bad, and they were on the brink of bankruptcy. So when the cops found $67,000 in cash hidden in their home, they knew something seriously strange was going on. Ross claims that he'd been saving the money for years, but detectives don't buy it at all. They're certain that, at a minimum, Ross and Amy had to have stolen from the house on the day of the murders. But to some extent, this was all known about 8 years ago, and it's still all circumstantial. For all the cops knew, Amy could have noticed the dead bodies in the trailer and grabbed the cash out of desperation before calling the police. So there had to be something that set this investigation apart from the one back in 2015. However, this case would take a complete 180 after detectives would find their most blatant, crucial piece of evidence.
Let me guess. He bought the knife from the gas station? Oh, the shoes? Niggas is dumb.
Through all the CCTV cameras throughout the town on the day of the murders, police found footage of Ross walking out of a gas station that night. Nothing is suspect at first, until you look a little closer. The shoes he's wearing are Asics Gel Speedstar.
What be wrong with y'all guys, bro?
5s, a model whose sole design just so happens to perfectly match the bloody footprints that were found inside the trailer. This claim was even confirmed by the shoe company themselves, and the pattern is unique to this specific model, making it clear to detectives that Ross Velarde is a cold-blooded killer. All the evidence had come together. The abundance of cash in Ross and Amy's home, Mike's $100 bills in Ross's safe, identical shoes to the killer, and an ugly past with Mike and Kathy. Police now believe they have everything they need to charge Ross and Amy with the murders.
Dude. Look at both of their eyes. That dude's face is hella his face is asymmetrical, which means he's been putting substances. Her eye. Her nose is way broken. Somebody broke her nose. Her nose was broken at some point. And if you look real deep in her eyes, she got I don't want to look in a dude's eyes, but you could tell a lot about hers. And she had a meth problem. Or hair or something. She was on some kind of substance. She was cool as far as like her skin and all that. Maybe a little bit, I don't know. But she has real issues. Different. Real different. Not just because she agreed to do this, but it's very apparent. Her energy, her eyes, and her vibe.
So, on December 11th, 2023, they decide to confront Ross and Amy at their new home.
I want to see it. I want to hear that shit.
Hey, are you Ross? I'm Tyler Duncan. I'm with Anderson County Sheriff's Office. This is Steve.
How you doing? How's it going?
I got assigned the case about the homicide that happened in Pendleton in 2015.
Okay.
Is Amy here?
Sure.
So since she's the one that called 911, I think you were there also. We'd like to talk to you. If you want to come on out, we'll talk to you and then we can talk to her. Can you describe, I guess, your relationship?
Nigga, damn, I keep saying the N word. I don't know if they're gonna clear it. You sat in the car? No. Hell no. Hell. Bro, is this man affiliated with YG? This man is Fruit Town? Why you got that tie on, bro? This nigga's a West Side Treetop. I don't give a.
With Mike and Kathy.
I had a good
Sheriff West Side Treetop.
relationship with Kathy.
Why you got them little ass shorts on, boy?
My relationship with Mike was really great, actually. It kind of turned sideways a little bit.
You shouldn't have said that. You're going to jail.
So I think y'all had got married that year, is that right?
Correct.
In 2015?
Yes, October 24th.
The 24th. That would have been, what, about a week or so before?
Yep. The last time that I saw Mike and Kathy was before Amy and I left to come down that Halloween. We had just gotten back from my mom and dad's. She went to knock on the back door, but the back door kind of just like was already cracked open or something like that. And that's when she apparently found the scene that she found. She went bolting back out of the house. I think she called 911 before she called me, if I remember correctly.
So you didn't go over to the other trailer?
No.
Or to Mike and Kathy's trailer?
Correct. I never went in that trailer that day.
So after you last seen them, you never went in their place again?
Correct. Yeah.
The detectives are baiting Ross into a trap, as they know based on the footprints that Ross did without a doubt step into the house on the night of the murders. Later on, they'll be able to confront Ross about these blatant lies in hopes they can shock him into a complete confession.
Well, to be honest, I'll be able to say this. As long as he doesn't have those same exact shoes, which a lot of people do for whatever reason, they don't think they have to discard the most something. The only reason that they're gonna be able to convict this guy, watch, is because he's gonna have those same exact shoes. It doesn't matter if the person, if he didn't have those shoes, which I know he has, that's why they keep bringing them up. Because if that detail wasn't that important, they wouldn't keep bringing it up. Now, there are a couple things that they can convict somebody on, like as far as having beyond reasonable doubt. If somebody weighs, damn, I'm trying to put how fucking waste that. So okay, so peep this. So right, the same shoes could be used, and the person could be the same height. Which, if he was like, let's say if he's 5'8" and 183 pounds, right? And somebody has the same exact shoes, as long as he doesn't have those same pairs in his house, it's cool. Because they can tell how much a person weighs depending on the footprint and the height as well, because of the stride, right? But that's not 110%. So if he had a good lawyer, he would be able to get away with it. But 9 times out of 10, this weirdo has the same pair of shoes that he committed this crime in his house. I'm telling you, 90%. That's what happened.
There was a couple things that kind of were red flags, but I don't know if they have anything to do with this or not. Mike bought and sold a lot of items, and some of the people that he was buying from were pretty shady sometimes. So that's another kind of red flag that I had as I was trying to just replay like events leading up to the homicide. Should I have seen something?
You're just starting out with this. If you were us, what would you do? What do you think happened there, Ross?
He's the first gentleman that's asked me that. TV shows that I watch always say, follow the money. and you find out where the real motives are.
Ross is
You stupid mother. Why would you say something? You think you're a smart person, huh? And you cut your own hair, bitch. Ugh, damn. I keep on using profanity. You think that, bro, this the first guy that ever is, but the TV shows that I watch, follow the money. Bro, you watch TV to try to do what you did? Nah, bro.
knowingly digging himself into an even deeper hole. When the money is traced, it leads right back to his and Amy's pockets. But there's only so much Ross can do. The police aren't telling him that he's their main suspect, so all he can do is keep on lying, devastatingly unaware that they've already unraveled his entire scheme.
They destroyed our business. From
This? What the? What? Who is this? Whose man's is this?
January to when this happened.
Who destroyed your business? The people that you...
I made just shy of $100,000
No,
with
you
our mobile
didn't.
grooming business. As soon as this happened, with all the media coverage, all of that went away because of this.
And you said you had a large amount of money in your single wide. Is that where the money came from?
The money that was in our single wide in my safe, about $80,000, that was literally the life savings.
This man is dumb.
Between Amy and myself.
The detectives know Ross is lying through his teeth, but for the sake of having a civil conversation with Amy, they'll hold off on confronting and accusing Ross until after their talk with Amy.
I bet you she didn't say nothing. Because in situations like... Watch.
Shovel the bullshit out of that front seat right now so Amy can get in.
Mm-hmm.
He's the victim, you know.
Oh, I got that very quickly. But follow the money.
Follow the money.
You could tell that he's...
Yeah, I saw him.
And every time he's talking, he can't look at you in the face.
I know. You got a tiger by the tail here, though, buddy. Don't think you don't. This is a career case, let me tell you.
Your grandmother, and then obviously Mr. Scott and his mom. What do you remember? What can you help us with? Where should we look?
Yeah, me and my therapist talk about that a lot. Obviously, you got to know finding people doesn't really leave you in the right state of mind. Can do things to you.
Yes, ma'am.
And then everything that ensued. I mean, honestly, I can barely remember the funerals.
Ross, tell us a little bit about like the relationship between, like, I guess y'all and the family. Something happened.
We got into it around 4th of July or something with Mike, but he wasn't a nice person at all. Because I told my mom, look, I don't like it. My kids can't come over there until we straighten some stuff out.
So at the time of the murders, you and your mom were back talking, everything was kind of getting patched up?
Me and my mother was not a horrible person. She was prickly.
She always hated her mom.
So can you tell us a little bit about that weekend when were you gone, when you got home and you found the bodies, or what happened?
She brought his mom, my mother-in-law, to do Halloween. We went down there, we spent the weekend.
What day did y'all leave to go down?
Friday night?
Friday night.
I drove myself quite crazy for about a couple of years there. And I've chosen to step away, and I've got to be healthy, and I've got kids, and I've got a life to live, and if somebody else dropped the ball on it, it's not on me anymore.
Okay. Well, if we just ask Ross a couple more things, and we'll be out of here.
Now that Amy has been spoken to as well, detectives are ready to drop the ball on Ross and let him know that they don't suspect him of the murders. They know he did it.
That's weird that they kept saying that he wasn't looking them in the eye, but they're both wearing sunglasses and he was clearly looking in their sunglasses. It's very weird.
A couple more things, and we're going to get out of here, okay? There was something that had come up.
If you've never dealt with the police before, or if you haven't dealt with the police as much as I, when you have on sunglasses, they typically ask you to take your sunglasses off. They also typically ask you to not smoke and to not drink anything. And if you are drinking something, or if you have a drink in your hand, They ask you if you're drinking and if they can smell it. Sometimes, depending on how you're acting. The fact that he has his sunglasses on his head, he would have been acting a way different. He probably might have got away with it. Well, no, he would. Then they didn't. He was talking too much, and they both. I mean, birds of a feather. They go to jail forever. But if I'm telling you, watch 9 times out of 10, we got 4 more minutes in this thing, man. They found his shoes with the. They found his
Remember
shoes.
owning a red pair of shoes?
Red pair of shoes?
ASIC Speed Star shoes.
Don't recall.
These ASIC Speed Star shoes.
Yeah, okay, I remember those shoes.
What happened?
Nigga, they have.
To the shoes?
That's a good question, because I have no idea.
This is from crime scene photos, and these are confirmed to be ASIC Speed Star shoes.
Okay.
Inside, and they have blood droplets on them. And interestingly enough, you're at the Quick Trip wearing those shoes the night of the murders.
Okay.
So if you never went in the house, I'm just interested to know how they ended up.
And you sat in
the house.
I have no idea how those shoes would have had any kind of blood on them. I mean, obviously I was wearing them at a Quick Trip on the 31st.
Well, and they never found the clothes either that you were wearing.
That hoodie?
Mm-hmm.
Let me think here.
If y'all left on Halloween afternoon, but you're on video there, the timeline doesn't add up. The fact that your shoes are inside of the house in blood, that's a big problem.
Again, I don't know where the shoes are at the moment, and I don't remember whatever happened to those particular shoes. If something were to have happened that I had done, it would be stupid for me to wear them into the house and then wear them after that, right?
Well, that's what I'm saying. They were never found. So it's almost like you got rid of them.
I highly doubt I got rid of them then, but I mean...
Here's the bottom line, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So we know what happened, and we're about to prove it.
Okay.
So the opportunity for you is now. If you want to look out for yourself, is to really just to tell us what happened. If this was something that ain't...
Yo, this is the nastiest of the nasty work. Wow, this is work. They need to do... This is dangerous because they just really removed 4 people's souls out of their body. And they're interrogating. He just said, we know you did it, and if you want to tell us what happened, this is the opportunity. And where was this? In Georgia? I don't even know how to react. Oh my God. And you didn't even try to run? I don't think he could catch him, but I think they might have permission to, you know what I mean? I think all 4 of them guys have cheat sheets. I don't think any of these guys are in shape. I don't think he could catch him, and I think that would be a pretty nasty fight. He's obviously, probably trained in some kind of hand-to-hand combat. I don't think this guy is. But yeah, man.
Okay. So the opportunity for you is now. If you want to prove it. Bottom line, okay? Mm-hmm. So we know what happened, and we're about to prove it.
Okay.
So the opportunity for you is now. If you want to look out for yourself, is to really just to tell us what happened. If this was something that Amy put you up to doing, because obviously you have the skill set.
Damn, he trying to get him to snitch on his own wife? That's dirty, man. I'll tell you what, man. That's dirty work, brother. That's real bad, man. Yeah, man. Shoot, man. I wouldn't even be able to tell you, man. That's crazy, man.
Go in here and do this, and y'all did benefit from the murders, okay? Because you got a lot of money. We've been through your financials. Okay.
We did not get a lot of money from this.
Y'all.
You just snitched on yourself. Stupid. Why would you say that? We didn't get a lot of money from this. You were struggling up until the...
We're struggling all up until the murders. The money found in your safe, there's money photos from Mike's computer that match the...
What does he have his hand on?
Same serial numbers as the money that was found in the safe. So it's not savings. That's money that was found inside of Mike and Kathy's house that Mike was saving, and y'all took it after you killed him. Okay?
Absolutely.
And I'm telling you right now, we're gonna prove it. If you think she's not gonna crack on you when we do, then you're mistaken.
She barely looks like a... So you did this for somebody who looks like an alien in the face? With her weird... She's not nothing to look... I don't even want to look... She's not nothing to look at, bro. I'm sure some... I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I would let her do some things to me. But she's not like, oh my God, who is this? Like, ah.
Not here because we think you did it or you might have did it. We know you did it. Okay, we're just here as a courtesy. I'm just telling you.
Damn! That's nasty. You're going to jail. You're going to hell. And when you get done, you're going to be reading Braille. That's what? Yeah. Base melter, bro.
Financially.
I want to hear that again.
Then you're mistaken.
We're not here because we think you did it.
We're not here because of it.
Or you might have did it. We know you did it. Okay, we're just here as a courtesy. I'm just telling you, Ross. Financially, at the time, things were really bad. We got text messages between you and Amy saying you don't have the money a few weeks before. And you said it the best. Follow the money. We did that. Right into your single wide. It's piling up, Ross. You don't want to roll the dice on this, I'm telling you. It's not going to come up pretty.
If, for instance, Amy...
And this is what you say. Stop talking. Am I detained? Am I under arrest? But no. You want to be a smart man. You want to be a... Stop doing this, stupid man.
And I decided to...
Am I under arrest?
Or if I decided to take a deal...
What in the what, bro? Stop talking, crazy man. If I were to take a deal, they think that you deleted 4 people. There is no deal. 4 people? Maybe 1, possibly 2. Definitely not 2. That was maybe 1 on accident out of a heat of passion. You might get 15 years, maybe less. 4 people? 4 people? That's not going to happen. You 6, bro.
Right. Mine is going to be better than Amy's because I came to the trough first, right?
Right.
No. What are you doing, bro? Y'all didn't talk about this? You didn't discuss this? So you just decided to send all 4 of these people that you sent to heaven for $100,000. That's $25,000 a piece. That's not enough. Why would you do that, bro? And now you're gonna snitch on your own wife. You don't got no character. You don't have no honor about you. You're not even a... Whose man's is this? You deleted 4 of her relatives for $100,000. You deleted 1, 2, 3, 4 of her relatives for $100,000. And you turned around and told on her, bro? Damn.
Oh, prison time, no matter what. Amy, prison time, no matter what.
They're gonna give you the ultimate penalty, what you deserve for even thinking about doing this. And you gonna turn around and tell on her? when you removed her relatives.
My 3 kids in here.
Nasty work. And you got kids?
They grew up without a father and a mother. Granted, my mother would be more than willing to take them. I understand that.
We're not the ones who put you on this predicament. Now you're going to have to deal with the consequences.
10, 20 years in prison.
You're gonna.
That's best case minimum scenario, I would imagine, right?
It's better than the rest of your life or death, isn't it?
I mean, it might as well be one of those two. By the time I get out, my kids aren't going to know who the f I am. I mean, the other option is I probably need to talk to a lawyer at this juncture here.
All right, Ross.
You're free to go.
I respect that.
Okay.
All right?
Yep.
4 days after these interviews, Amy and Ross were arrested in Pendleton, South Carolina, and were charged with the 4 brutal murders of Kathy Scott, Mike.
This man is RETAR. You know the rest. What in the holy hell did I just listen to? All they had to do was stay inside. I mean, they didn't have to do the actual crime, but they didn't have to talk to the police. Not saying that they would have got away with it, because they were already cooked. But there were things they could have did to... I'm not going to give you information. That was... It is... And what happened? What happened?
In South Carolina, and were charged with the 4 brutal murders of Kathy Scott, Mike Scott, Barbara Scott, and Violet Taylor. The 2 are being held in prison without bond while they're tried in court.
And when did this happen? Oh my God! They didn't even get looked at for 8 years. How did they not know for 8 years? 8 years, bro. Well, hey, I'm not gonna say all of that because who knows what my future holds.
Couple's next court appearance is set for later this year, where they'll meet their true fate in the hands of a judge.
Hey, bro. It is what it is. It's not what it's not. It's Aaron Moses on the band. You the band with the band together, man. Listen to bro. I think I'm gonna do one more. It's 1:44 in the morning. PST time. Well, it's 1:44 in the morning, regardless. No matter where I'm at. Peace, gang. Love you.